What's up, Internet peoples? This is your boy BG again here at AutoStyle. What I wanted to do today was kind of go over a little bit of install process with you. I'm going to tint the door on this is a Kia Forte. I've already tinted the whole thing. I just saved this back door right here for last so I could do this video real quick. Having said that, I'm going to go over the process all the way down to cutting the tint. We use a plotter most of the time, and you will get to see right now how we do all of it. So let's go. Hi, that's me. All right, so what we've got here is every window for this vehicle. I've already done them all except for, like I said, I saved. It's actually this window for the video. So just to maximize efficiency with the window tint, we have tint that's 40 inches wide, and this is like, what is this, not even 15 inches. So just in case I mess up, I'm going to copy this and do this deal. So now I can get two windows out of the same width of window tint. The tint's right here. So it's going to cut the tint long ways like this. It's going to cut the windows long ways, so I'll have two of them right here, just in case I mess one up. So what I'm going to do is highlight these two windows, and what I can do is I click on this button right here, and this shows me what the plotter is about to cut. All right, so let's go ahead and get it cut. You guys will get to see how that works. So that's the first window, and now it's going to cut the second one. All right, I don't need the second one just yet. I'm just going to cut this first one off right now. I'm also going to cut off some excess. All right, hoping I'm catching all this in the video. So right now we just this process right here is called weeding. So we're weeding out the tint that we don't want. All right, so this is our window. So like it matches pretty good. So we'll go ahead and get started. No, the tint does not go on the outside. We work on it out here. And then once it's worked and done and ready, we move it to the inside. All right. Fancy, I got overhead heat guns. All right. We do this, what I call the upside down horseshoe. So we squeegee it down like this, and I'm going to pull this finger out right here a little bit. And we squeegee down this way. So we got an upside down horseshoe. What that does is it forces these things, we call these fingers, it forces these fingers to the bottom, so I've got none anywhere except for here on the bottom. And that's what we want. All right, so once I squeegee all that water out, we've got these fingers like this. Now, window tint is designed to heat up and shrink, okay? So that's what's going on. This is actually excess tint, and it's wrinkling. Because of the shape of the glass, it's a compound curve. So you've got a curve going this way, and you've got a curve going this way, right? So because of that compound curve, it bunches all this tint on the bottom. And so what we need to do is heat it up and shrink it. It works just like heat shrink on like electrical wires and stuff. So anyway, I'm going to put some heat on it, watch that go away. When it zigzags like that, that's a good thing. All right, and now I'm going to do what's called a double shrink. So just here on the bottom, I'm going to lift this up a few inches. I'm going to lock down the sides again. Now, this is something that I've learned over time. It's a really good thing to do because the inside of the glass actually is curved a little more than the outside, and the reason why is because of the thickness of the glass. So if you don't over shrink it, which is pretty much what I just did, that's why I lifted it back up and shrunk it again. I kind of over shrunk it just a little bit, and that's going to contour the inside of the glass a lot better. The reason why we want to do that is that keeps those same fingers can pop back up on the inside after the install if it's not shrunk enough. So we double shrink it, over shrink it, and that way those fingers don't pop up. Come on. All right. This is what we call a peel board. It's just a piece of glass. I'm going to stick this on my peel board to hold it there. All right. Now I did already clean this window with a razor blade. I've already done that. Here's a razor blade right here. We just, scrape it. In the glass making process, you get these little bits of like resin. This is part of the glass making process. These little tiny bits of resin. You won't be able to see it with your naked eye, but if I tint right over that, it'll look like dirt underneath the tint. So we got to get rid of that. That's what this does, and you can actually hear it a lot of times. These little clicks. So that's what we want to do when we razor blade it. We want to get rid of those that resin. All right. But what I do still need to do, because once you razor blade it, you wipe it off with a rag. Look how dirty this rag is. Anyway, you wipe it off with a rag, and you got lint from this rag left over. So the rag is there to pick up the big dirt. Obviously. But we want to squeegee off the lint from the rag, so that's our next step. All right. And it's simple enough. So we use a squeegee that has no lint, right? So this is a rubber squeegee, and I'm gonna squeegee it off just like this. And this is just to get rid of the lint from the rag. Way up inside the gasket here. And we get way down in here. So one of the things that we do, we pull this gasket out. So this gasket lives behind this door panel right here. We pull this gasket out because it makes it a lot cleaner install. We actually change the install process. So you're gonna see it right now. It's what we call a bottom load. So we put the tint in from the bottom first, and then we line up the top and get everything situated, and then we squeegee it. It's a lot cleaner install that way. That's the way we like to do them if we can. This car particularly makes it very easy to do that because the gasket pulls right out. Not even any tools needed or anything. All right, so I'm gonna peel off my liner. Soak this thing down. I don't want 1 square inch without water on it. You can see the bottom end first. This thing's fighting me a little bit for some reason. All right, that's how we do it. All right, so I'm gonna grab my squeegee. Called a gator tool. I love this thing. I use this on almost every window. Gets behind there real good. And now we need to dry the top edge. All this water right here, I don't know if you can see it on the camera. When you roll that up, that water pushes down behind the tint. So we got to dry it up. All right. Let me get rid of this wrinkle right here. These wrinkles will go away when we squeegee it. Let's re-wet it real quick so the squeegee glides. And that is it. That's the whole install process. So other than that, we're going to dry it off. Put this gasket back in. It's easier if I, see the gasket goes in this way, so this front edge right here kind of gets a little tight, so I'm going to put some soapy water in there so that it slides in a little better. That's it. Okay. All right, y'all, that's the install process on a back door window of a Kia Forte. Again, this is Brian at AutoStyle. I hope this video was informative, and we hope to see you at AutoStyle.